What is up, YouTube? How y'all doing? Yeah, this going on the stream. This gotta go on the stream, man. Check this out, man. This the stream channel, man. Don't forget, y'all, we got another channel that we pushing. Don't forget, y'all, check this out. Police beat down. Let's see if somebody subscribed. I'm mad. Yep, one more. Look, 159 subscribers, big baby. Yeah. Y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Go check out Police Beat Down. It should be a link below, or Tahir's putting the end cards at the end. You gotta teach and show these people, man. Click on the more. If you scroll down under this video and you see a more, it's a link. Let me show y'all real quick. Where we at? Right here? Yeah. If you scroll down, right, see that little click, see it say more right there? Click on that more, and then our descriptions open up, right? Once the descriptions open up, I don't know, because this is her description, you will actually see if Tahir's doing his job right. Let's see. Let's go to one of our videos. Let's see something. Let's see if Tahir about to get fired, y'all. See, you go to the video, right? Boom, you on this video, then you click on more. It don't say descriptions anymore. That word say more. See all them links we got in there? Police beat down, all this stuff. Tahir fired again, y'all. He fired again. You gotta have links to all our channels. We trying to grow these channels, boy. Anyway, y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, man. Check this out, man. Diddy picked his prison. Oh my God. See? This is what's wrong with the United States, bruh. This what's wrong with the United States. This is our stream channel, so shout out to everybody that's on our main channel. Give me 5, baby. We got 5 channels. Give me 5. Let me know who is subscribed to all 5 of our channels. Did he pick his prison? Nope. Not in my world. You in jail, you did wrong. You don't get to pick nothing. You get to go to jail and do what because apparently, no, I really don't think that prisoners should be allowed to pick their jail. That's just me. Ray J, $5 million payout from Kim. Oh, that's the Kardashians. And then David David is cleared of charges. Cardi B Let's Loose EP1. Well, this is definitely going on the stream channel because Ray J goes on the stream channel. I don't care. David is Young Buck people. I don't care. Shout out to Cardi B and oh God, and Tisha Tales. Tisha Tale haven't been on the stream channel, but Ray J, you go on the baby channel. Y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Let's check this bad boy out.
Okay, let's get into this. All right, so where do you guys want to actually start at? Welcome to Rumor Has It, episode 1. You guys have been telling me
we want to start. We want to start behind that preposition. I used to always say that. A buddy of mine used to work. Where y'all want to start at? You can't end a sentence with a preposition. Tisha Tales, you know that, but I know you know. I'm just teasing. Where you want to start at? Well, we want to start behind that preposition. That's a dry joke. Here we go.
You guys, let's get into this. All right, so where do you guys want to actually start at? Welcome to Rumor Has It, episode 1. You guys have been telling me you want like a roundup of everything that's going on. You want me to talk about everything on one show instead of little videos. Okay, we are doing it. There's so much going on over the weekend. I know you already heard Diddy he wants an appeal. Again, Judge Aaron fell for the okie doke, baby. I am familiar with Diddy's game, and anybody could have seen this coming. Cardi B is doing the most on Jay Shetty. On one hand, she's enlightened. On the other hand, she is on Twitter going low. But Nicki Minaj and JT are already meeting her in hell. Kim sued Ray J for defamation. Reggie said, how you suing me for defamation? You gave me a $5 million payoff in 2023. But the funny thing is the North remembers, and I remember what was going on in 2023. David, so much has happened over the weekend. The cops have pretty much cleared David. Actually, they did say he's not a suspect in the murking of Celeste Rivers. It seems like they are looking at the family. We'll talk about that and what the newest update is on that. And if you guys don't know, Portia got a girlfriend. I said, I'm not surprised. Portia will sleep with anything that moves. I do not think that anybody has any type of standards when on a work trip, you not only hit off a stripper, I was about to say hooker, hit off a stripper, right? But then you invited your girlfriends to join. And I said, okay, I don't know what fun. They were trying to make Kenya seem like she was crazy, but I don't know what fun they were talking about. You guys, where do you want to start? This is episode 1 of Rumor Has It. I think we're going to start doing these roundouts and individual videos and separate lives. But anyway, how y'all feeling after the Diddy verdict? I'm feeling good. Diddy is still locked away. I know he said that he is appealing, but I talked to a bunch of lawyers and they just rolled their eyes. They said Judge Aaron's ruling was super, super airtight. He had legal precedent.
Hey, I can't believe Diddy locked in a cell, tunnels under his house, and he can't make bail. Woo, woo, baby. Woo. My bad. Every now and then I get goosebumps when it hit me. She said Diddy's still in jail. And I said this when they first put him in. Tell me, he going for a bail or bond. I started looking at all this stuff and I said it. I said, poor Diddy, he ain't getting out of jail. Didn't I say them liquor people was gonna put their foot on his neck? Teach him a lesson, Dwayne. Teach him a lesson, Dwayne. Yeah, Dwayne, that's right. Come teach me a lesson. Dwayne got some balls, baby. Boss. Y'all don't know where that came from. What's happening? With rerun. What's happening? Rerun and Dwayne. Dwayne was a little one. He was getting bullied. Anyway, let's continue. Thank you, Tisha Tales.
To do that, I know he said that he is appealing, but I talked to a bunch of lawyers and they just rolled their eyes. They said Judge Aaron's ruling was super, super airtight. He had legal precedent to do that. On top of that, they said that Judge Aaron actually might have been a little clever by lowering the under the pre-sentence report, therefore making it unappealable that he could go in. But anyway, listen, if you guys want to know what happened in the courtroom, it was buffoonery. Diddy's team somehow led us to believe that the best of us, we are so devoid of anybody in our community to help us. Anybody that we need somebody violent, a violent drug addict to mentor our children. You are the after. You are the don't do drugs. You are the picture we put up when we say don't do that. You are the VH1 behind the music cautionary tale. Are you serious? I had to laugh. And y'all missed it. Nicole Westmoreland was out there earning her money. She was out there earning her money. I know I told y'all she cried in court. It was more than a cry. It was ugly. Like when I say like ugly, crying, and your nostrils are flaring and snot's coming out. And it was Tyler Perry. Imagine the corniest Tyler Perry movie. That's what Nicole Westmoreland was doing. Even though I was just talking to my girl Affy. What's up, Affy? And I was like, you know what I have to say though, and I'll say it once and I'll say it again. I think that I don't know. She was very, I don't know. I said, I hope this ain't YSL, where it's like my lawyer, my lover. I just hope. Or if he wasn't talking something sweet to her. But that said, I thought about it. And I said, I don't think that's it. I think Nicole Westmoreland was working for her money. I said, if I'm on trial for something serious, I want you to start doing prayer hands. I want you to start crying, singing, dancing. I want you to start out there being like, ooga, booga, ooga, booga. I want you to literally do a 12. I want you to come in with like marching bands. Dun, dun, dun. I want you to do whatever you can. And Nicole Westmoreland proved she is that lawyer that she will do what needs to do. She don't care about her pride. She don't care about looking stupid. She don't even care about any type of moral depravity, baby. She's just going to go for it. Now, the real tea is, I know some of y'all already heard about it, right? Apparently, that pastor that testified on testified on behalf of Diddy, they're saying that predator, that pastor has SA assault of his own. That's why he's been in jail and had rehabilitated and all this other stuff. Or maybe he wasn't ever in jail. I'm still trying to verify. So again, rumor has it, right? But the point of the matter is, yeah, predators move in flocks. They share tips. The same way they share tips. The same way that you can have friends where they're like, yo, the 5 people closest around you, 5 people are who you are. The same way you got like a Get Money crew. Same way you got Get This crew. Same way you got Dope Boy crew. I believe that there's SA crew too. And they understand each other. They the ones saying, no, you deserve a second chance, because they was hoping. But let's get into this mess that's going on with Diddy really, really quick.
Talk to me, baby.
All right. First of all, the Diddy stuff. Oh my God. Did you guys see Meghan Markle at Paris Fashion Week? Swoon. After Kim K and there were done, like literally, after the dirt and smut that was Dimma and Kim Kardashian and Balenciaga kicked them out. Because I don't care what y'all say. Dimma's whole board, that's how you know Balenciaga really was a true Zoolander. And Dimma didn't even realize that half the people he had wearing the stuff he was making fun of. But hear me out. That's how you know that people just be wearing ish because it's brands. Dimma's mood board was 2016 Fashion Nova, and not even the cute stuff. The stuff that was cheap, that nobody would wear, that everybody be like, oh, that's Fashion Nova. I'm not wearing that. That's the mess that Dimma then took in 2023, 24, and 25, rebranded, slapped Balenciaga's name on it, and had Kim and all the usual dummies out there looking stupid. I don't care it costs $1 billion. I don't care it's Dimma. I don't care. Even though everybody's just like, oh my God, look what Dimma did to Gucci. I said, what did he do to Gucci? It looks like just regular Gucci. Am I the problem? Okay, fine, right? Anyway, they figured out the perfect way to really zhuzh it up by bringing it back to its roots of classiness. They brought Meghan Markle in. She elevated things. She was looking like an iconic, very well-to-do baddie. Baby, I think real class is coming in. And don't get me wrong. If any pick-me's ears are perking up, I don't mean that, oh, you're classy. No. I mean to the fact of Dimma literally just dirtied up the house of Balenciaga along with Kim. Now, Kim is on somebody else's runway, cheapening it. That's what it is. They cheapened Balenciaga. And Kim is on somebody else's runway. Now, hear me out. I mean, actually, I might go back to buying some Balenciaga. I might. I'm kind of over giving fashion houses any of my money. Dimma's and Gucci was, when they was making like the coon, not the coon, what do you call the character with the big lips and stuff? The Sambo. They was always making Sambo things. Don't want black people shopping there. They can have Dimma and his mid-ish. I don't care. The whole point is Meghan Markle swooped in looking fantastic, doing what needed to be done. She is in her fashion girly house. This is the 100% thing that we need from her. And kudos for her to doing it. That's one thing I'll say about Meghan. Even when you think she's making a misstep, she always finds a way to keep pushing forward. I love that for her. And meanwhile, right, Diddy acting a damn fool. Diddy is, where's the Diddy thing?
Yeah, talk to me, baby. Talk to me.
Diddy wants an appeal, right? Did you guys hear this? Diddy's son, Quincy, snatched Meta glasses at a courthouse entrance till the end to see, till the end to see some footage. Hold on. So she put this on here. Hold on. where she said Quincy. Hold on. You know what? I'll put this on the screen for y'all. Hold on. Who says this is Keeping Up with the Fosters one? What?
Uh-oh.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, my bad.
Honestly, something's wrong with Diddy's kids. And this is what I mean. Where Quincy's walking in and he's pointing to somebody, this woman that has meta glasses, and they're in the courthouse. And he snatches her off. He snatches them off her face. Hold on, let me
Yeah, I saw that. Somebody was saying that Diddy kids, even if, dude, I'm in the courtroom. I'm on trial. All of a sudden, I see somebody, me. And these supposed to be grown kids. These are the kids that they claim. Yeah, I keep calling them kids, but they grown. You see somebody with some glasses on, and they look like these are recording glasses, right? These not recording glasses, y'all. But I'm gonna act like they recording glasses. This mother hunchy, he recording me. What you gonna do? Take matters in your own hand, or you gonna? Cause I'm a superstar. My daddy a superstar. Ready to go to jail. Now I'm about to go to jail with him. That's where we going. Or I'm gonna go tell the authorities, police officer, look here, officer, hey officer, I may be wrong, but that lady right there got recording glasses. I know because I bought a few pair. Look, if you look, you go over there and look at her just out of curiosity, and look and see if you see a camera in there. It's got to be a camera somewhere. I'll go talk to her. Because there's no recording equipment allowed in the courtroom. Oh, my gracious. The police got to investigate it. But nah, you want to be stupid because you wasn't raised correctly. That's why I feel sorry for the kids, man. Because they wasn't raised right to do rationalization.
Send this to y'all. I'm going to let y'all see this, okay?
I can't see.
Because honestly, something's wrong with Diddy's kids. And this is what I mean. He raised them to be like this. Something is wrong
Didn't
with
I just say that?
Diddy's kids. Hold on. Let me put this on the screen for y'all. Literally assaulting people in the damn courthouse. Now, hold on.
God, dog.
And tried to break the glasses too. What the heck is wrong with them? Did he raise some? He raised some savages. That's all I'm gonna say, right? Where are we at?
That's just like Will Smith's son talking about some. That's how we do it.
Let's add this media source, Quincy, and
Thomas J. Carter.
Let's go.
Hello
to this video. Hold on, let me put this up there for y'all.
Oh man,
okay.
Hold on. Wait a minute, y'all. Wait a minute. Pause. Resume. My bad. Let's see something. Here
this
we go.
Video. Hold on.
Here we
go,
y'all.
Here we go. For y'all.
She can already put the video up. I want to see this. Okay. Here we go.
Okay. So she's talking right here. For you guys to know, this is Keeping Up with the Fosters. Hold on, really quick. Can y'all hear her?
Oh my God, no, we can't really hear. Quick. But
let me get into the settings, and then we can get into this.
What's wrong with her hair,
Quincy? Okay, here we go. Okay, so
let's take it from the top.
Let's rewind it. Okay, so here's the setup, right? Quincy, I had heard rumors, right? That Quincy, one of Diddy's sons, assaulted somebody.
Right.
By assault, if you touch anything on someone's person, you don't have to touch them, but if you touch anything on their person, like glasses, that is assault, okay? There was rumors going around on Friday that one of Diddy's kids had assaulted somebody, okay? Now, it turns out that according to the Fosters on TikTok, that it was exactly Quincy. So let's watch this footage and listen to what she's actually saying, because I have thoughts on this, okay? Listen to this. 1 second.
Tell me why we're in New York trying to get in the courthouse, right? And we're waiting in line, and these children come walking in to get in. Quincy Brown notices my mom's glasses and snatches them off of her face, like just mid-stride. He stops walking into the courthouse and snatches them. And then try to break my glasses. Why not just tell the security guard that I'm recording or whatever? That would have been better. Why would you?
I just said that.
Well, yeah, why would you just come snatch it off my face like that? I mean, that's wrong. What would y'all would have did? Tell me in the comments, what would y'all do in this situation if it was y'all?
Okay, so this is Keeping Up with the Fosters 1 on TikTok if you want to give them a follow. Now, here's the thing. She got some footage. Look at this.
Because to me, that I just think it's messed up. And I have some footage. I have the footage of him walking up towards me, and then I have a still shot of him when he had my glasses in his hand, and it captured a picture of him with it in his hand.
Oh,
so tell me what y'all would have done. I'm going to attach the video at the end. So, I mean, he done messed up my whole time. You know, like, that's what people are here for. They hear the video them and to see Diddy and to see what's going on. And for you to do that, man, that just really done broke my spirit.
Here's the video.
I see the girl.
Put your phone on.
Dang.
Okay, so Quincy definitely snatched those glasses off those ladies' face. Now, two things. There are a lot of people trying to defend, saying, "Oh my God, she shouldn't have had a car." First of all, she was in the Quincy.
He pointing right at the glasses though. Wait a minute. I don't see. Yeah, she looking with the glasses.
Okay, so
I think she did have on the glasses, but maybe she was checking them in or something. Cause those are video glasses, man. She got on. That's why when she turned her head, that's why you see the video like that. Look, she looking. That everything she looks at, those are glasses, man. She looking at the ground. She looking up. She turned her head. Then she turned her head back, and she talked. Look, he pointed right at her face.
Okay,
I don't know. Let's see. I don't know. Look like glasses to me.
Quincy definitely snatched those glasses off those ladies' face. Now, two things. There are a lot of people trying to defend, saying, "Oh my God, she shouldn't have had a car." First of all, she was in the security guard line. Once you go in, you tell you to turn your phones off while you're in the line. But they're telling you to get ready to turn it off so you can put it in security. Once you go through the security scanners, you have to walk all electronics, including those glasses, into an area, basically the coat check, where they take all your electronics.
Okay.
So even though I don't know whether she had the right to be filming or not, I do know that I've been on there, been texting on my phone. Everybody's usually on their phone, and they're saying as you approach the security checkpoint, turn your phones off, cameras, everything out the bag, blah, 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 blah. Quincy had no right to touch that woman.
Period.
One.
Period.
Quincy had no right to disturb somebody's property. Two. Quincy, your dad is upstairs for violence. And you out here snatching. Do you know how violent you have to be to snatch glasses off of people's faces? And by the way, that security that Quincy got with them is private security. So you could have gotten one of the marshals. You could have said something. Instead, you felt entitled because you're a spectacle, and I get being upset. I get it. To snatch things off of people's faces. You could have scratched her face. You could have did this. To talk about, and the fact that you tried to break her glasses. Yo, these kids need to be stopped. And the funny thing is, with Judge Aaron, he didn't realize this, right? And I'm just going to say it because don't nobody else want to say it, but I'm going to say it, all right? What are the odds that someone that was so violent, so tempered, so on drugs, according to him, for the last 15, 20 years, so all that, what are the odds that person was sweet and kind and patient and a good example to his own children. See, that's the way Diddy taught his kids, the men, right? To deal with stuff. You see somebody wearing glasses. You think they don't have a right to be wearing those meta glasses that film. You don't try to get the authorities involved. You the MF authority. You don't try to get like the law. No, you the MF law. You don't try to act politely. Yo, can you take your glasses off? You don't try to just be like, yo, she's and get the no. You're the authority. You're the MF law. Your daddy's Diddy. You can do whatever you want. You can snatch glasses off of people's faces and try to break them. Who does Diddy and his ilk think they are? And I will stand by this. I will say this whether this was a Diddy one or anyone. You do not have the right to lay hands on people.
Anybody,
you just
period.
Don't. You just don't, especially in a federal courthouse where if you wanted, you could have gotten her kicked out, even though it wasn't, I don't think it was illegal for her to have her meta glasses on while she was waiting in the security line.
So I really think with my little private eye, I know for a fact that she had on camera glasses, right? My nephew got a pair. And I think that the camera is like right in the corner somewhere. And they don't film that long, right? But no matter what you're looking at, because I seen her head move, she looked down, wherever you looking is being filmed. And I really believe that Quincy know what them glasses look like, because he probably got a pair or two himself. They sneaky asses. I can't believe Diddy locked in a cell, tunnels under his house, and he can't make bail. But no matter what happens, right? No matter what happens, ladies and gentlemen, we all know this because we grown. That person don't hit you, you don't hit them. If they don't touch you, you don't touch them. You don't go up to somebody's face. Who are you? You're not security. It ain't your job to sit here and figure out, oh, she got on glasses. You don't even have no security badge or whatever. You got bodyguards, bruh. You make yourself look stupid as hell.
You have to check all your electronics once you pass through the metal detectors. And then after that, it's illegal to actually have them. I know, what are y'all thinking in the chat? Hold on, let's get into the chat, right? First of all, let's do our first poll. Hold on. Let's start a poll. Was Quincy wrong? Hold on. What am I doing? Hold on. Was Quincy wrong to snatch that woman's glasses? Put it in the comments in the chat. Do you think that Quincy was wrong to snatch? Can I vote yes? Yes, I was the first person to vote. Do you think that Quincy was wrong to snatch this girl's glasses? Let me show you this video one more time, and then y'all can do it. Listen. Listen. He was dead wrong to do it. If I was that girl, I would sue him for assault. She talking about her soul's hurt. Baby, go get your money. Go sue them for assault, because that seems to be the only thing that's going to stop Diddler and his ilk. That type of stuff is unacceptable. You are not allowed to touch people just because you're mad. You are not the law. Your father's sitting in a courtroom and you still think, snatching glasses? Why? You got a security guard there? Man, hold on. Here we go one more time.
Tell me why.
Let's go. Here's the footage. Hold on.
Poor thing.
That's what people are here for. They hear the video them and the see.
Poor thing.
That's true. They know. And the funny thing is, as much as Diddy was trying to act like he's a savior for black people and our nieces and nephews and little kids, that's the only thing they got to look up to. You notice they don't do that to any of the white media. You notice they don't do that to ABC News. You notice they don't do that to any of the white bloggers. You notice the only people that Diddy's people feel comfortable trying some shit with are people that's the same skin folk. That's the only time. Because you ain't tried that with anything else. And again, it's not like, oh, why are you making it about race? It's because as much as they try to say they uplift the community, 90% of the ish he did was on the community. Who were the artists that he didn't give the royalties to? May still ain't talking to him. Total been like, yo, what's going on? You saw what happened with Dana DeCane. Who are the people that he actually prays on? Most of all, he prays on Black and brown people. He proudly prays on it. And these are the same idiots defending them because probably in their lives, they hope one day they can snatch some glasses off of people's faces. Hold on.
Diddy and
Here it goes.
To see what's going on. And for you to do that, man, that just really done broke my spirit.
Here we go.
Yeah. See, she got them glasses on.
Put your phone up.
He snatched those glasses off of her face and then turned to his security to look what he got. Again, I think that's the way Diddy raised his kids. I do not believe that somebody that is that violent, that angry, that whatever, I do not believe that they have kindness and compassion. I don't think that Cassie and Jane were his only victims. That's just me. Everybody want to sit there and fake the funk. Everybody's so desperate to believe that the Cosby Show really exists. It does, but just not in Diddy's house. It does, just not in Bill Cosby's house. I really honestly do think that he was dead wrong to snatch that lady classes. That was me. I would sue. I would sue for assault. Y'all know me. I call the cops. I really honestly do. You can play that thuggish, ruggish ball. You can literally play. I call the cops. Yes. Hello, officer. Yes. Wee, Mr. Officer. I call the cops when things like that happen because that is the only thing these people understand. Everybody tried to out-thug Diddy for how many years? What finally broke him? Literally doing 4 years in jail, crying like a bitch, holding his chair. Even to the fact of him, Mama, I failed you. I failed my children. I failed everyone. Yes, you did. And you're going to have enough time in that jail that you actually believe what you saying. I failed everyone. I'm a horrible person. I was sitting there talking about something. Okay. And you going to believe that one day. Not that you're a horrible person, because nobody deserves complete non-redemption, but that you did horrible things and you are still not sorry for those horrible things. How do we know that? Well, I know you guys already heard, but there's been an update that Diddy plans to appeal his case. Remember, and again, I always said, I'm familiar with Diddy's game. I am. Judge Aaron ain't, but I am, right? Because I can smell emotional manipulation a mile away. And that shit makes me, so I hate when people emotionally manipulate me. I hate it, right? The whole point of Diddy is he was the same person standing there talking about, Yana, I promise, literally reenacting the Green Mile. Negro, sit down. I promise you, Anna, that if you give me one more chance, I'll take whatever punishment the court gives. Whatever punishment the court gives, I'll take it.
Right.
I just want to be, but Judge Aaron, fell for the okie doke, gave this boy some mercy, and the first thing they did was walk out of the courthouse acting a plumb fool. He was a 13th juror. How dare he? Because in Diddy's mind, he's like, what I gotta be sorry about? What I gotta be sorry about? And the funny thing is, where's all the Diddiots? Shout out to Chaos Forever. He coined that term. Where's all the Diddiots? Where's all the people saying, yeah, Tisa lied? Did I? Because the judge saw the evidence the same way I did. Tisa, Diddy walking free. He coming home. Is he? How's that barbecue going? Are y'all doing the Harlem Shake yourselves? What's going on? Y'all mad? Everybody's so quiet because y'all mad because y'all got to figure out a way to pay your rent next month because the Diddy gravy train is over because he don't got any reason to pay y'all anymore. What's going on? Speaking of the Diddy gravy train and other rumors, why did Young Miami tweet? Let me get into this. Young Miami tweeted something because she wants she wants everybody to know that she's taken. She tweeted, hold on, where's this tweet? Young Miami. Oh, here's what she tweeted. Let me send this to y'all so y'all can see this. We'll put it on the Summer Jam screen. Hold on, y'all. This is actually funny. Young Miami is truly my favorite idiot these days. Young Miami. Look what she tweeted. Hold on, y'all. Let's switch this picture out. Shall we? Hold on. 1 second. Okay, hold on. Wait, what's going on? Okay, hold on. Let's switch this picture out. Shall we? Here's what Young Miami put on the screen. And the thing is, she did it on purpose because she wants everybody to know that she is not single and that she is taken. If you guys can't read this, I'll read it for you because I found this to be so amusing. Hold on. Okay, let's spread this out. So somebody said Josh Allen. Whoo! Janisha Ann said he's married. Young Miami said, I don't want him, boo. I'm taken as well. Okay, right? And I will say one thing. When I first read that, I said, if you taken, but you Diddy taken, right? Because first of all, let's talk about this, right? The fact that Young Miami is still claiming Diddy. This is a guy that would let you within 100 feet of his children because he thought you were a bad look. He didn't want you anywhere around his family when his actual family was around, right? And Young Miami just announced with that who is this woman? This is not Young Miami. People need to be stopped with the face app. They need to be stopped. I think it's giving facial dysmorphia. Young Miami is a cute girl. Stop. But anyway, right? So Young Miami just basically announced that she gonna wait 2 to 3 years for Diddy to get out on the street, right? Just to rejoin his harem. Just to rejoin his harem. Listen. And here's the thing I thought about. I can see why Diddy's keeping Young Miami around because this is the only key, one of the only keys he has to being culturally relevated. I think that he is going to keep paying her a little bit every single month or like whatever their agreement is, because at the end of the day, she's a link, right? I think she sees him as a tool to help him with this comeback. You know what I'm saying? So Young Miami thinks it's like love, but I see the people around Diddy are like, yes, use me as a tool. You see how Diddy was telling Judge Aaron, use me as a tool, right? People tell on themselves all the time.
That's crazy.
Diddy picks people that wants him to use them like tools, right? But the thing is, it's not like Young Miami was even or will ever be his girlfriend. She's literally claiming her harem spot, not as a bona fide, not as even the number one girl like Cassie or Kim Porter was, but you're literally already throwing digs and publicly claiming your harem spot. I don't know. I always just thought people just made more money. I thought they made more money rapping, but that's just me. I don't know. The way the city girls are acting, I honestly don't know. It's a lot. So anyway, Young Miami doing all this stuff, want us to know that she's taking her spot in Diddy's harem. And for those of y'all being like they was in love, she never had the number one spot. She never had the number one spot, which honestly, I see why Gina was so upset, because Gina is like shorty wop. Gina is like, just like, she don't care. She is just straight hood. Ain't nothing wrong with that. She just don't care. She's straight hood. I saw her in the courtroom and I was just observing her. She's just straight hood. Okay, fine. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But I feel like all those years, Diddy was telling Gina she couldn't come out because she didn't have enough polish. But Young Miami is just a black version of Gina. They literally act the same. Only when Young Miami is out in public, she's quiet and she seems like she knows how to act. Gina seemed like she's that type of person, like a real like down ass chick. Like she don't even know how to act in public. She'll pop off at any time. She'll do whatever. She don't care. Whereas Young Miami, right? Young Miami, seeing whether it's her being shy or whether it's because she knows how to act in public, Young Miami will smile and act soft. And, that's the thing with Young Miami. Everybody says that Young Miami is a pretty nice person. I'm sure Gina's a nice person. One thing that Diddy has, Sarah seemed nice, Dana seems nice. He literally goes after women that are nice people, that are empaths, and that want to please him and make him happy. Anyway, right? Listen, Young Miami claimed her harem spot. She said, oh no, baby. She wanted to be in the top 5. She wouldn't even care. She's just trying to be in the top 5. I will say, I think she'll keep Young Miami around. Now, Gina's an interesting story, right? Sorry. Let's get comfortable. Gina's an interesting story because I told y'all that in the courtroom, the family and friends took up 3 rows and they were packed back to back. I get it. Diddy's being sentenced. Everybody wants to be there on the final day to show support, right? Especially because they thought that he was actually getting out, right? So they wanted to be there, like the gravy train's back on or like whatever. Maybe they loved him. I don't know. The whole point of the matter is Gina, she wrote 2 letters. First of all, she sunk the government's case. Because I do believe of her testimony, because she never got paid out and everything he did and the stuff that he had her doing, I think that would have made the government's case, right? She shunked the government's case. She got public favor into thinking like, oh my God, the government's lying. She went against the government and hid, right? Like, I'm not testifying. And I'll say one thing, Gina's a survivor. She knew something we didn't, right? She's like, I'm not testifying. She showed up on TMZ in Vegas to be like, I actually don't think he's a danger. I like him, right? Because it's all about this consensual modern love story. She wrote 1 letter to the judge. Then she wrote another letter to the judge. Then she showed up in the same courtroom that she refused to testify with for the feds, right? I said, oh, Gina don't fear God. She don't even care. She don't even care if they're going to be looking into her tax record to the next year. She don't care if they might hit her with obstruction of justice. She just don't care, right? And she did all this ish to sacrifice for Diddy. And you know what all these people did? I'm not talking about his close friends and family. That's different. But I'm talking about all these other people that at the end of the day, Gina, she did a lot to go hard for Diddy. Everybody just looked at her and nobody would move over. At all. Nobody would move over for Gina to sit down at all. And Gina came and sat right behind me in a plastic folding chair. She can even be sit all this stuff you did for this man. And they wouldn't even let you sit in the pew. You got to sit behind me, literally right behind me. You think she did it on purpose? It is okay. My security was right there, right? She sat right behind me in a little plastic folding chair. I said, how is this girl not humiliated? I would have gone to the overflow room, right? But Gina don't care. And she was sitting there in a plastic seat. And I said, wow, you did all this mess for this ninja. You did all this mess for this ninja. And nobody is now that they don't need you anymore, nobody's showing you any respect. Because think about it. Does Diddy need her? First of all, I'm sure Diddy and that whole family has not escaped the fact that the reason why he's in jail is because Gina's one of the reasons, I believe, is because of rumor has it. Episode 1, you guys, lock in. I'm going to start a podcast, but it's going to be like, I don't know. You'll like it. Just be with me on my creative journey, right? The whole point of the matter is Gina, literally, you are one of the reasons why Diddy's house got raided. You're one of the reasons he got arrested. Oh. You did, in fact, talk to the judge. You did, in fact, talk to the judge. I mean, not judge, the prosecutors. Now that the family don't need you anymore, I'm sure they are very angry for the role. I think why they needed her, they were like, oh, thank you. You're the best. I don't know why we know. Yeah, we were wrong to like Cassie more than you. We were wrong. Miami, they were hyping her head up because Gina just wanted to be loved. Or at least that's what it seems. I don't know her. I'm looking from the outside in. She just wants to be loved. But I don't think it escaped their attention that she was one of the things. And I'm sure now that he's not getting off, I'm sure they're very, very angry about that. Or maybe Diddy's very, very, very upset about that. Because think about it, right? Just think about it. Mm-hmm. Diddy got, I'm sure, a bunch of girls on the cut that we don't know about. Young Miami, she was on the forefront because Diddy wanted some of that city girl clout. Yeah, I know Diddy's a big deal for people over 50, but for people under 30, it's just like, are you serious? Right? He wanted some of that city girl clout. There's a bunch of girls that I'm sure he's talking to, so he don't even got to talk-ish to Gina over the phone. Also, Gina can't ever sue him. I'm sure he was worried about Gina suing him. Gina can never sue him because she submitted to the court, and those letters are under penalty of perjury. You submitted to the court letters saying, he ain't never hurt me, I'm fine, this and that, I don't believe. So any liability he has toward you that could change your life, you just gave it away. And for people that wouldn't even get up and let you sit, and you got to sit behind me, right? But Diddy can't stand looking at my face. So every time he turned around to find you in the courtroom, he got to look through me. So now he don't even want to turn around and look at you. It's just dumb decision after dumb decision. Oh, you guys, this is breaking news. If you guys don't know, Diddy has picked his prison. Diddy picked his prison. Let me just change this up. Diddy picked his
prison. Where you going to be living at for the next 50 months? 40
Diddy
months.
Picked his prison. This is breaking news, you guys. Let's get into this. What prison did Diddy pick? Hold on. I'm actually interested in this. So Diddy's lawyer requests that the court strongly recommend to the borough of prisons that Diddy be placed in FCI Fort Dix for RDAP purposes and any other available educational and occupational. So basically he wants to be in Fort Dix, Texas. They said the Federal Correction Institution Fort Dix, FCI, is a low-security United States federal prison for it's in New Jersey. For male offenders in New Jersey, it's operated by the Federal Bureau of Prisons, a satellite thing. It's located in Burlington County on the Fort Dix entry, blah, 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 blah. It's the largest single federal prison in the United States, and a number of inmates housed there. It's divided up to 3 compounds. The separate east and west compounds, both low level, each constitute a single prison in its own. Let's see, who's the notable inmates? Christopher Koch, Martin Schreckel, Matthew Matthew. I don't know who any of these people are. George Jung. Who's this? He was a kingpin. A drug trafficking kingpin, New England crime boss. This one was convicted of 2 counts of securities fraud and 1 count of conspiracy. And the other one is the leader of the Jamaican drug gang Shower Posse. Wait, Christopher Koch. They're all in there? Politicians, Buddy Siana, Kwame Kilpatrick. Wait, the mayor of Detroit is in prison? What? John Ganim, Rob Walker, Bobby Hinnon, Martin Frankel, Edward Porta, Stephen Hoffenberg. Okay, so this is all low-level stuff. Rich Goldberg. Okay, so there's a lot of people in there. It's notable. He wants to be in in Jersey. I don't know if that's going to. So get this, right? Listen, in order to address drug abuse issues and to maximize family visitation and rehabilitative efforts, we request that the court strongly recommend the borough prisons that Diddy be placed in Fort Dix. I don't know about that. So this is just a recommendation, but I don't know. See, I do know a little bit about prison, that they don't send you any place that's close to your family. Second of all, none of your family lives in New York except for Chase. I think because she's in NYU. The twins said they ain't going to college. They're going to make hoodies. So I don't know, because to me, that seems like you're trying to intimidate like people that testified against you, namely Cassie, because I think Cassie got a place in New York or was staying in New York. I don't know. I don't know about that. That they're going to put him in Jersey. That is a little bit too close. That's a little bit too close for comfort. Again, this is what he's recommended. I don't know if I don't know if he's ever going to actually get that, but he wants to be in New Jersey. And I find it odd that he wants to be in the New York area. And you would think for family visitation, they would either go down to Miami, somewhere closer to Miami, or someplace closer to Los Angeles. Why are you in New Jersey area? Anyway, listen. Oh, they said Fort Dix is incredibly, easy. One person said, I spent a significant portion of my sentence at Fort Dix. I was there from September 2018 to August 2023. I can tell you anything you need to know about the prison. I was in the low crime facility. I got transferred there after spending 4 years at a medium high facility in Edgefield, South Carolina. I was on the west side of the compound of Fort Dix. It's the largest prison population in Borough Prison. It has about 2,200 inmates on the west side and 2,200 on the east side. They have dorm units with 12-man living quarters, 6-man living quarters, and 2-man living quarters. There are approximately 300 men living in each dorm unit. There are 3 floors in the dorms with men living on each floor. There's a communal shower bathroom on each floor. I know Diddy gonna like that. You think he gonna be having a freak offs in prison? I'm just saying.
Watch out, Diddy.
There's one guard on the first floor of each unit. There are no cameras in the unit. This makes it a very high potential for danger. The unit team is also in the dorm units, but they are behind a locked door that inmates have limited access to. Fort Dix. Oh, listen to this. Fort Dix is a disgusting prison, especially during the summer months where there is no air conditioning and the unit walls sweat. Men are forced to walk around shirtless just to stay cool. I think that's why Diddy wants to be admitted to Fort Dix. Just to stay cool. They're able to purchase battery-operated fans from the commissary. They also have a library that's air-conditioned, which can be accessed during the day. Fort Dix has a surplus of contraband cell phones. Here's what we do. Any inmate can purchase a cell phone or otherwise rent an hour or two on someone else's cell phone each day. That's why he wanted. Diddy probably going to try to make a comeback rap album from his prison phone calls. I know that that's against the rules, but it is a major blessing for inmates who haven't seen their loved ones, like their mothers or spouse or children, in months or even years. Sometimes a simple FaceTime to a loved one will not only lift the spirit of a prisoner, but it will also brighten the day of the loved one. All in all, Fort Dix is like most other prisons in the BOP. It has its pros and cons in comparison to other prisons I've been at. I will say that one of its worst elements is the admin staff. There's some corruption there, and I speak from personal experience. I witnessed some blatant and atrocious abuses of power that went all the way up to criminal acts performed by the admin towards inmates. The best thing is to find a routine that keeps you focused on bettering yourself physically, mentally, and spiritually. Stay out of foolish inmate politics and stay off of the corrupt administration's radar. But if you say the administration is corrupt, doesn't that mean you can buy your way into getting special treatment? Spend majority of the time in the library, in the chapel, and exercising. They have a great outdoor and indoor recreation with the weight pound. At least they did when I was there. Sorry. In 2023, the administration at Fort Dix unlawfully trumped up charges on me and threw me into the SHU, segregated housing unit, for over 90 days. They did this because they found out I was helping other inmates file complaints through the administration remedy process, and I was helping inmates with court filings. Not only was I helping, I was effective with my work, meaning inmates were getting home or getting justice served based on my writing for them. Eventually, the corrupt staff called on and they devised a plan which included making up lies about me, writing multiple false reports, and then throwing me into this segregated housing unit for those fake charges. I spent 90 days. Wow, he spent 90 days in solitary confinement and was not allowed legitimate DHO hearing. They sent me to a higher security prison where I spent the remainder of my sentence. That is Fort Dix. If you have questions, feel free to ask me. Okay. So what y'all think about that? That is Fort Dix. Also, Trump just admitted that Diddy asked him for a just admitted that he asked him for a pardon. Okay, get this. President Donald Trump, this is breaking news also. President Donald Trump told reporters in the Oval Office on Monday, October 6th, that Diddy has requested a pardon from his conviction in his federal sex crimes case. He said, a lot of people have asked me for pardons. I call him Puff Daddy, has asked me for a pardon.
Yeah, I saw that.
On Monday, Trump was initially asked about a potential pardon for Ghislaine Maxwell, an aide to a disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein, who was convicted of, you know who Jeffrey Epstein is. Anyway, he said, when he heard Ghislaine Maxwell's name, he said, I'll take a look at it. I'll speak to the Justice Department. Oh, you think this is going to be developing? So here's the thing. Trump seems like he wants to pardon Ghislaine Maxwell, but Diddy wants a pardon. I don't think that Trump's presidency, love him or hate him, can take a Diddy pardon and a Ghislaine Maxwell pardon. I think he's going to pardon one or the other, and we all know who the other is. I don't think Trump's going to pardon Diddy. I really, honestly don't. Listen. So somebody said, as a former federal inmate, they keep you within 500 miles of family. The feds operate different than states and counties. Okay, Jennifer, I get you. But none of Diddy's family lives in Jersey. Let me ask. Or New York, I think. But you know what? How many miles from Star Island, Miami is Fort Dix, the lockup place? Hold on, let's see. Yeah, that's the thing. Fort Dix is 1,250 miles from Star Island, and it's like at least like 3 or 3,500 miles against from where the kids live in LA. So I don't understand that. I really don't understand that. Who says this? John Shaft said 15 months minus 14 months. Diddy has not served 15 months. He just got locked up in September. What are y'all talking about? He got locked up in September. 14 months served takes that down to 26 months. So 15 months and 14 months served. What? I'm confused. 50 minus 14 is 26 months? I don't think so. That is 36 months. 12 months off for drug treatment programs. No. Okay. Now we down to 20. Okay. Then 5 months for good time. That's 19 months total. I think your math's off, John. The people I've talked to said it's going to be 2.5 years. The 12-month off for drug treatment programs. He has to do the drug treatment programs. He hasn't done the drug treatment program. So what are y'all talking about? The time served and the drug treatment programs, they're both, don't they run concurrently? Let me just ask a question. Hold on. Hey, if you're looking for early release out of federal sentence, and you have 14 months served and you did a drug treatment program, do you get 12 months off for that? Hold on. Let's see, John. You might be right. Man, listen.
Everybody keep talking about that. Oh my God.
No, again, if you successfully complete an RDAP program and you meet all eligibility requirements, which I do not think, hold on. What are the eligibility requirements for the program? And you meet all the eligibility requirements, you can get up to 12 months. We're not getting these 12 months off. You can get up to 12 months, all right? Not all drug programs are RDAP. If you complete a non-RDAP program, like a general drug education class, which Diddy did, you do not get a 12-month reduction. If you're seeking compassionate release or early termination, that's a separate legal progress. Okay, so the eligibility requirements. It's a 12-month intensive drug treatment program available in federal prison. Successful completion of RDAP can earn up to 12 months off the sentence. The 12-month reduction is not automatic. It requires completion of the program, a clean discipline record, and approval by Bureau of Prisons. The inmate must still have a sufficient amount of sentence left for the reduction to apply. Okay, thank you. That's what I thought. John, nah. Stop listening to Diddy's team and their cap. No. The RDP promises you up to 12 months. However, you must have a significant portion of your sentence left in order for that to take. So maybe if you have 20 years, you can get 12 months off with the RDAP. Diddy hasn't completed the RAD program yet. He did a drug program, but it wasn't RDAP. That is very, very intensive. He hasn't done that. But if he does choose to do that, it can be up to 12 months, but it won't take off 50% of your sentence. So if you have 10 years or 20 years, yeah, you can maybe get the full 12 months. But if you only have 4 years and you already served 12 or 13 months, right? And then you get time off for good behavior. There's no way when you have 19 that you're going to take 12 months off. So you only have 19 months. That's not the way these things work. Okay. And get this. It must be a verifiable substance abuse program. Document during pre-sentence investigation or by the BAP. You must be willing to participate. It has to be 500 hours. Get this. And this is the part. It must be in order to get into the RDAP program, you must be a nonviolent offender. Diddy is not a nonviolent offender, so he's not even eligible for this. And you must have, you don't have, he was a violent offender. He's not eligible for this whole thing. So what are we really doing? He's not eligible for an RDA period. So he's not getting that 12 months off, which is why, do y'all honestly think that Diddy, let me just say this. Do y'all honestly think that if Diddy was only looking at 19 months max, that he would be spending all this money on lawyers? I know jail is hell, but you guys do not understand that Diddy is bleeding cash. He has no income coming in. His kids, like that Snapchat money is cute, but that ain't paying the bills. And he got 1 million people. He probably got to keep quiet. Do you understand that he is bleeding? Like the money he paid his lawyers was probably 10, 20 million by the time it is over with. He still has to go up on appeal. Do you honestly think that he wouldn't just be like, yo, I'm just going to stick it out in here for like a year, maybe 19 months more. And when I come out, I'll have 10 million or $20 million. Again, I don't know. I just don't think that Diddy is going to throw his last away to get out just a few months early. And again, the RDAP program is for non-violent offenders. So Diddy is not eligible. Okay. Diddy's not eligible. So I don't know. I don't know what y'all thinking about. Listen. I agree with you. Who said that? Beyond the Veil said the Lynch people are going to defend him as well. What's up, JL Brozo? What's up, Maria? Hey, Ariel. What's going on? I agree with you, but I think the reason they're going so far out to defend this man is because they see a little bit of themselves in Diddy. Whoa. A lot of people, they might be abusers. Maybe, honestly, they've been in jail before and felt like it was harsh. They didn't have the money. Diddy had to actually mount a defense. Maybe they are the people that did something really bad and everybody was against them. Or honestly, again, Diddy's conviction showed you what money can buy. It did. And there's a lot of people that did less than Diddy that got harsher sentences. And maybe they see themselves in Diddy that way. I really, listen, it is what it is, Dovelli said, well, listen, he's not eligible. Listen, exactly. Why did the judge give him less than probation recommendations? Well, Georgia, I think he gave him less than probation recommendations because he didn't want his ruling to be overturned. See, even though Diddy is going to appeal the sentencing, Judge Aaron kind of has him. He was in his rights to operate as the 13th juror. He was in his rights to do all that stuff. And because he gave under what the probation department suggested, I do not see a court. He followed all procedural error. He followed all law. And again, here's the thing. When you go up for appeal, it's not on whether you're guilty or innocent. Appeals are on whether the judge made some type of error in applying the law. The judge did not make any error in applying the law. The judge did not make any error in applying to law to Diddy. So Diddy, again, they're going to tell you, and the Diddyists are going to tell you, oh, he getting out, he appealing. No, he not. He will appeal, but he's not going to get out. And get this, and this is the real gag, which I wanted to talk to you about. Most appeals are not heard they're heard sometime within a year or 2 years of you following your appeal. Appeals process is not a quick, easy process at all. And there's a lot of people that are waiting for their appeal, and the state court don't care about Diddy's, like whatever. So when you look at the appeals process, Diddy is also going to have to serve a year or 2 years in jail waiting for his appeal to come up. And if he only has maybe 2.5 years with time served and whatever, there's a chance that he'll only have a year and a half to serve when his appeal finally, when his appeal finally comes up. So again, I know these Diddyists want this to be justice for Diddy. Diddy is getting justice. The fact that he is getting this sentence that is so light, and they are still, this man is getting this sentence that is so light, and they are still sitting here complaining. It's just lack of accountability. Diddy don't think the rules apply for him, but I'm glad that he's going to be sent in jail thinking about this. And I'm glad his victims are safe for another 2 to 3 years, whatever you want to call it. I'm glad that listen, somebody said they're going to Bill Cosby him, will him home as soon as the news changes to something else. Maybe. But that's a battle for the other day. At the end of the day, Diddy is not the boogeyman. He's not the boogeyman. And what the funny thing is? There are people way more powerful, way more rich, and way more successful that are sitting in federal prison right now. So again, I think you guys are underestimating how hard it is to get out of a sentence. And also when it comes to Bill Cosby, ask yourself, for Harvey Weinstein and Bill Cosby, how much time did they serve in prison before they got willed out? You see what I'm saying? How much time? Let's ask whatever. Hey,
how long was
how
Cosby?
Much time did Bill Cosby and Harvey Weinstein serve in prison before they got released for their sickness? So get this.
Talk to me.
Bill Cosby served 2 years and 3 months before he was able to get himself out. Okay. Also, do you know why? Because the Pennsylvania Supreme Court overturned his conviction on procedural grounds. It took Bill Cosby 2 years and 3 months for his appeal. This is Bill Cosby, for his appeal to be heard. Harvey Weinstein, well, he's still incarcerated.
2 years.
And he served about 3 years. He hasn't been released yet. So even then, Bill Cosby served 2 years, 3 months before his parole. Not his parole, but his release. So at the end of the day, Diddy's looking at serving some time. It's going to take at least a year or two for this to even come up. And then after that, he's going to have to serve some more time. And Diddy's been sued by how many different people? I'll talk about that in a different live. He's been sued by another girl, a woman, and claiming that he sexually assaulted her in a club at this point. Again, and it's a Busby special. And before y'all roll y'all eyes, he's not stopping anytime soon. He filed another lawsuit against Diddy. It's a Busby special. You saw what he did to Shannon Sharp. So it might be a chance that he actually has. Some form of deal. Oh. Okay, let's see if Tony Busby got any raws. Yeah, Diddy has Busby represents over 100 clients who have sued Diddy for sexual assault. Even those court cases are going to take him down. Thank you, Butler. Yes, he is still in jail. Oh, thank you, Uriel. Thank you. I appreciate that. So anyway, y'all, also what's going on is that Ray J and Kim thing with the payout. Actually, you know what? Y'all gonna kill me. Y'all gonna kill me. We are going to have to take this to video because I just noticed I am late for an appointment. It's a teleconference, so I have to go. But let's talk. Yeah, listen, I'll post some videos tonight. Yeah. I'll try. I'll definitely be back up and running tomorrow. In the meantime, listen, don't be the Diddy in your life. Listen, I gotta go, guys. I will talk to y'all later. Bye.
Peace out, Tisha. Check this out, man. Just because you mentioned Ray J name, I think we're going to put this bad boy on the stream channel. Plus, we need to pump that bad boy up anyway. I got to go. I got to take moms back to the court buildings. Also, I just got some things to do, man. I'm over here. I'm trying to push. Because she want to leave in 30 minutes. So I'm going to go upstairs and eat and all that stuff. Y'all, hey. Diddy kids, man. I feel sorry for the kids because they wasn't trained and they wasn't brought up correctly. Why are you grabbing? You don't even know this lady. She coming into the courtroom. She could have been undercover herself. Helping you out. And you going to snatch the daggone glasses off her face. Bro, she knew. Man, I wish she would have known some Taekwondo and Panda Pinky, the devastating Pinky on his head. Ow! Suppose she would have done. You never know. That's why I don't bother nobody. I'm gonna get on up out of here, man. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell him Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.